We sent 11 million emails in the last year. And in this video, I'm going to talk about how to get more replies to your cold emails by using the correct opening sentence. So today I'm going to go over 11 opening sentences that worked well for us and that helped us generate over $29.8 million in pipeline for our agency clients in the last year. Let's get right into it. So I'm going to go over these one by one. The first one is, I saw your LinkedIn and Twitter account, or I saw your LinkedIn Twitter post about topic. It got me thinking. And then you connect this to your email. For example, I saw your LinkedIn post about working from home. It got me thinking. Are you currently leveraging offshore VAs or offshore virtual assistants to help you with administrative tasks? This could be a 2-sentence email for a staffing agency, an offshore outsourcing company. So super easy to adapt. Just take their LinkedIn post and you can perform this using tools like Clay. So whenever you feed a LinkedIn profile URL into Clay agent can actually go ahead and scrape that person's post. Next, you use GPT, ChatGPT or Clay agent, whichever you want to use. You use that to summarize their LinkedIn post. So give it a useful prompt that summarizes that LinkedIn post in 4 to 5 words, and then use that as a variable in your email. So I saw your LinkedIn post about working from home, about return to office, about offshore resources, whatever it is, and it got me thinking, right? Now, if your lead list is large, if you don't have a super targeted lead list, this can also still be used. So I saw your LinkedIn post. Let's say we're still talking about the staffing company, but now the LinkedIn post is about something random. Let's say I saw your LinkedIn post about your client results, and it got me thinking, what if we could help you save more, save 20 hours a week or save $200 a week by placing an admin assistant from the Philippines within your business who works at $5 an hour. Now, I just made it up on the fly, so it came out a little wordy, but you get the point. The first sentence is really just showing the prospect that I did see your LinkedIn post, and the fact that you're using AI to summarize this makes it sound more authentic. And then you connect this with whatever it is that you're pitching. Super effective, works well for us. The next one is, notice competitor is doing X. Curious if you're exploring similar strategies. So this one is even easier because you don't need Clay, you don't need any AI, you don't need to scrape anything. You can literally use this not copy paste obviously, but you can use this for any industry as long as your list is targeted. So if you're reaching out to, say, apparel brands, large 8-figure apparel brands in the US, and you say, notice Fashion Nova is working with influencers X, Y, and Z. Curious if you've ever tried opening a conversation with them. Excellent pitch for an influencer marketing agency. And because everybody in that fashion retail industry knows Fashion Nova, they will open this email. The whole point of the first sentence in an email, the reason we write these first sentences is because when a prospect sees your email, the first thing they look at is the subject line and the first 12 words of your email, which show up as email preview. Now, if in these 12 words, if you manage to get their attention, you have now gotten that prospect curious enough to click that email, open and read the rest of it. That's why these first sentences are so important, and you need to be spending quite a bit of your time when writing copy to ensure that your first sentence incites curiosity. The next one, did you see how competitor cut pain point by X%? Thought you'd find this interesting. In similar vein to the one before this, but in here you can replace competitor with one of your case studies. Let's say you're targeting Fashion Nova, or let's say you're targeting the same target market, 8-figure e-commerce brands in the fashion and retail space, and you worked with Fashion Nova. So now your email could read something like, hi, first name, Fashion Nova managed to cut their cost per lead by 20%, and here's how we did it. And then you connect this with your pitch. Next one, I couldn't reach the number on your website, and then you actually use a variable to put that phone number in there. Figured email might be easier. Now again, this is useful because when someone sees this, there's several thoughts that could go through their mind. One is the phone number not working. So this is especially effective if you're reaching out to local businesses, or your leads are scraped from Google Maps, because most businesses on Google Maps have a phone number in there. and most of those phone numbers connect to IVR, so they don't actually connect you to the owner, but this email is going to be to the owner's email address, right? So when you say this, they start to wonder if their phone number is not working, if there's something wrong with their configuration, and then it also gives you a reason to be emailing them. Super effective, definitely recommend using this. The next one is similar, just differently formatted. Phone number, you start with the phone number on their website. Is this phone not active anymore? Tried reaching you there. So the keyword here is saying reaching you because the phone number might sometimes actually be working, but it might be an IVR. Tried reaching you there, but figured email might be easier, right? So again, just using phone number, in a fashion that's not common. Next one, your recent webinar article topic. Super simple. Again, you need to use Clay to get this, to create this sentence. But you can, so if you, let's say you're reaching out to attendees for a LinkedIn event, right? You scraped all of them, you can talk about that event. Or you're reaching out to someone who hosted a LinkedIn event. Or you use Clay, let's say you have a list of prospects, you use Clay to find out whether their company has published something recently, or whether their company was featured in a news article recently. So you use that information, use AI to summarize it, and then you use it in your email sequence. So your recent article about how to hire remotely really stood out to me. Are you facing challenges with finding the right talent? Or your recent article about return to office really stood out. Are you facing challenges with hiring remotely? Supernatural, gives you a reason to be reaching out to the prospect and makes you stand out in the inbox. Next one, our team's auditing. Our team was auditing a competitor, and I couldn't help but notice a gap in your process on your website that could be costing you leads. Now, notice that a gap is a variable. You don't actually have to say that there's a gap in your process. Similarly, you can't insult the prospect in the first sentence. What this will look like in an actual email would be something like this, and I'm going to borrow that Fashion Nova example again. Our team was auditing Fashion Nova's website, and I couldn't help but notice your website, or a couple of product pages on your website seem to take forever to load, or a couple of product pages on your website don't have product descriptions optimized, or some of your products don't have enough reviews. Whatever it is that you're trying to sell, just find a creative angle and make it about them. So the message you're trying to convey here is that I was looking at one of your prestigious competitors. They hired us to audit their website, and I ended up looking at your site. I chanced upon your website and I saw this issue that I wanted to reach out to you about. So again, sounds very natural, and it's a good one to use if you're reaching out in a tight-knit industry. Next one, companies in, again, you reference the prospects, industry, or city. So you want to use something that creates similarity, right? So companies in your city, in your industry, whatever, are losing something. So again, some common pain point for people in that industry, in that city, whatever it is. Here's how we fixed it for a competitor. So I'll take local businesses as an example. Plumbers, HVAC companies in, local business is good. So I'll take local businesses as an example. HVAC companies in Florida are losing out on 12 to 25 phone calls every month because they don't have anyone answering the phones 24/7. Here's how we fixed it for John's HVAC company, or whatever your case study is. So there's two reasons this is effective. One is the specificity that you are able to create because of referencing their industry and city, and number two, you draw out a pain point and also show social proof that you solved it for someone just like them. So it's one sentence, and it's your opening sentence that conveys specificity, that talks about a pain, and that also shows that you have solved that problem for others. So this could be a really good first line opener for a 2-sentence email. Next one, I analyzed your 25 most recent LinkedIn posts using AI and compared it to the best performing posts from influencers in the niche. So this is something that we use for a ghostwriting company, a content agency. And this works really well because I analyze your 25 most recent LinkedIn posts. Again, Notice how this does not require any AI. This does not require you to spend on Clay. This is really just a concoction of words put together cleverly, right? That's all it is. So you could send this to anybody if you're selling ghostwriting services. All you want to do is just use the correct influences from their niche. So you build lead lists from every niche, pick 3 influencers in that niche, and then everybody in that lead list can receive this exact email and they will think it was meant for them. That's why this is so creative. Next one, mutual connection mentioned you might be looking for a solution to pain point, thought I'd reach out. So this one is effective if you're reaching out to a small list or a small tightly knit list and you have filtered your prospects by being second degree connections of yours, right? So let's say you have one, let's say you scrape someone's followers. Let's say you connected to an influencer in a niche, you scrape all of their followers, you reach out to all of them, and if you've ever had a conversation with that person, you can name drop that mutual connection and leverage their authority, their social proof to reach out to your prospects. So these are a few, and I could go on and on with this video and it could be super long, but these are 11 of a total of 101 templates, cold email first line templates that we put together. If you want to get the full list, go to this link, download it. Feel free to use these for your emails. Like I said in the beginning, the first sentence of your email determines whether or not your email will get opened, clicked, and read. So do not neglect the importance of the first sentence. I would even go so far as saying that the first 12 words of your email are the most important component of your copy, because if these words are not fine-tuned, if they are not optimized, the rest of your email, your offer, your call to action, all of it goes to waste because the prospect just doesn't see it. If you have questions, drop a comment down below and I'll see you in the next one.